Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Unstoppable Marketer podcast. We are back. With me, as always, Mark Goldhart, my co-host. Mark, how are you doing?
Doing well.
Welcome back to the studio.
Well and dandy.
We took a little hiatus, if you'd say.
Break,
yeah. Felt like it was a good time to do like a quick season break because we went into Black Friday, things got crazy, the agency was growing, and then we just wanted to like realign how we want this podcast to go forward into 2026 and to make sure that the information that we are providing and the discussions that we're having are going to be super valuable to you. And so that's why we took a little bit of time off. We appreciate anybody who is listening now and who stuck around. So we're excited. I'm excited for 2026, man. Okay, so this is kind of what things are going to look like moving forward. There's always going to be roughly an agenda to these podcasts. I'm just going to get it out of the way and then we're not going to talk about it anymore. So every week we're going to go through kind of like, we'll call it the Ecom forecast. And so what you're going to hear from us is like, we have access across dozens of ad accounts, spending millions of dollars a month and talking to founders and CMOs and marketers every single week. And so we have a pulse across the industry of things that are happening. And so we want to be able to provide that in a small little synopsis to say, okay, hey, cool. It is January. Here are some expectations. Or, hey, over the last 2 weeks, these things were happening, just to let you all understand, that either, something that you can prep for or something that you can maybe be validated. Like, okay, cool. I'm experiencing this. It's not me. Therefore, I shouldn't go blowing up my entire ad account because it's maybe not a me thing or an us thing. It's, a meta thing or something like that. So there's going to be an overall ecom forecast. And then we're going to take, some of the things that where we're growing the most as just like business owners and marketers with expertise is the different work we're doing with clients. So we're going to pick different client wins and kind of showcase like different case studies of things that happened that week. And it'll always have like some really good, valuable tips that you can kind of bring into your business. And then we'll jump into like what our overall discussion is going to be for that week. So that's, or for that podcast. So that's how it's going to be. These podcasts are going to be short and sweet. And when I say short, I mean probably under an hour, maybe 40 minutes or so. They're not going to be crazy long. But just like fun meat and potatoes kind of topics. So let's jump into ecom forecast. So if you're listening to this episode, it's January. We're recording it in December.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. No idea how it's going right now, but we hope it was a good New Year.
It was.
Yeah. I know it's going to be great.
It's going to be wonderful.
Yeah. So let's go through the ecom forecast. So it's January right now, Mark. What are the things that brands should be aware of in January? Like, whose time is it right now?
Yeah, so you likely, if you're listening to this, you likely experienced your worst week in between Christmas and New Year, with a gradual decline in performance. If you're a gifting type product, usually peaks around the 15th of December, and then it slides down.
Usually whenever guaranteed shipping is over.
And then it kind of collapses once you hit that Christmas week.
It's a very similar time frame to like summer, right? People are holidays, doing all those things.
Yep.
Right. Time not on their phones as frequently.
Yeah, it's going to be a lull.
Yep.
So anyways.
But now we're in January.
We're in January. What we're going to see is traditionally CPMs are going to go down pretty dramatically in January, as a lot of the gifting type products pull out of the auction. This is a great time if you are in a problem solution space.
Yep.
Health and wellness.
Health and wellness this is like your Super Bowl.
It is your Super Bowl. So anything making you or your life better in
your
some
family
kind of way.
Better, your health better, your mental health better, your fitness. Yeah. Like New Year's resolution type goals you're setting.
Yeah, if it fits within that realm.
Yes.
This is your time to shine. Q1, we find, especially in, certain kids departments and women industries, is when I say women and kids, like that's like the product is made for them. We find Q1 does amazing.
Yeah.
When it's in those categories.
Yeah, for sure.
So it is actually one of the best times to scale and to be aggressive if you are in those categories. If you're in like a fashion type space, like more of a want category or a aspirational category, Q1 starts off quite slow.
Yeah. Well,
until you hit wardrobe changing months.
Yes.
Which we deem as like March, April, May.
So couple things here, like if you are the more like New Year's resolution-y style, better you, better family kind of thing, like now's the, like Mark said, time to scale budgets. And also now's the time to like introduce some fun offers too. Like get some aggressive offers. Like if you have a gym membership or something like that, you know, you're offering 30% off that first month, or you're doing buy one, get one free kind of style stuff. Like to subscribe for the year to become a better person. You're giving people a discount. You're like,
yeah, and think more of bundles than like Black Friday.
Sure. Yeah, totally.
Don't think you need to go 40% off or 30% off offers.
Bundles, gift with purchases.
Yeah.
That type of stuff. Really, really awesome opportunity. On the flip side, like Mark said, you are going to see some slower stuff. Now, what we tend to let people know, like let's say you are in the apparel space, great things to do now is like winter closeouts, like the January winter closeout, because this is all inventory that you're essentially going to be stuck with, right? If you don't sell. A lot of the times brands aren't reintroducing a lot of the same stuff. And so you're just going to be sitting on stuff. So why not start to get rid of that stuff by doing some cool winter closeout sales? Also, we did a lot of testing with brands last year who have the seasonal change out stuff that will oftentimes happen in March. We've been testing over the last 3 years, introducing that earlier and earlier in each season. We went as far as testing, like getting swim. Like, so for example, if like you sell swim, introducing it in January. And we did that, you know, in some like the last week of January, and actually saw a ton of success.
Yeah.
So what you will find is like sweatshirts, even though I'm wearing them in January, I'm not buying them as frequently in January. I'm buying my hoodies September, October, November, you know, December as well, just because of the holiday stuff.
Well, as you feel the weather change.
Yes. But January, even though you are in the heat, not when I say the heat, you are in the like
dead of
winter where things are the coldest. You're not, you've already bought for that. Unless you're seeing a really awesome deal like these closeouts or whatever, that's not on your mind.
Well, and that's also when people start looking forward to the summer.
Exactly. So I do the same thing. Like I am not a huge country music fan, but I listen to country music starting in January because I'm like, it reminds me of summer. It's like all of a sudden I become a country music fan because I'm just like prepping myself for summer. So
good for you.
It's a little about me. So that's it on the Ecom forecast. Keep that in mind. Let's jump into a quick client win that we saw. This one I'm actually like way excited about. Do you want to introduce this one?
A few client wins were, we had a few clients that really crushed year over year new customer growth in November and December. And the reason why is because looking at cohort data, we discovered that...
Can we define what cohort data is? Just
think of it as a graduating class. If you graduate in 2008, you are in a 2008 cohort.
I like it.
Or if you start something, like if you are a freshman in 2010, you're in the 2010
So
cohort.
Shopify allows you to look at cohort data by month. So somebody who bought...
And week.
Yes. So if you bought in the month of January of 2024, how valuable are you going to be in the next 12, 24 months? Sorry.
And these cohorts for November, December tend to be 30% more valuable.
That's what we discovered with these brands.
These brands lean kid.
Yeah.
So, and women. Now, that's because a lot of them come back in the spring during the wardrobe changing month.
Yeah.
So it allowed us to be way more aggressive with scaling to acquire. And these brands don't run deep discounts either. So they're not getting these like super bargain discount shoppers in November and December. It's really more of like a regular shopper.
Yeah.
So we were able to 2x, 3x, 4x a few brands, new customer acquisition based off of that data.
Profitability potentially for
at a lower profitability for this season,
for this month, but
that you would
understanding
normally do
over the next
understanding
3
the
months,
cohorts.
that person becomes 30 to 50% more valuable.
Yeah.
So
Then your other, within 4 months, they're 30% more valuable than
any
other
other
cohorts
cohort.
in the year.
Yes.
Yeah. So big time win. They're up big time.
And they're only going to be up more over the next 60 days, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So the tip essentially is like,
understand when to lean in to your customer growth,
yes.
and understand when to be steady or to grow.
Yeah. So for example, you see a lot of people who will like pull back spend in October, right? Because it's always going to be like oftentimes less efficient because people are waiting for November.
Yeah, but a lot of brands.
But you will find that
you want
October
them.
cohort data could be like your highest cohorts, like the people who will end up spending the most money with you that year.
Yeah.
So it's okay to say, okay, cool, maybe we will be less efficient here to get more money out of them there.
Yeah.
So that's the tip of the day. Look at your cohorts. If you're a Shopify customer, you can like they've done a really good job at building out a dashboard in your just like overall analytics dashboard that allows you to jump in and look at it by
Shout out.
by retention to lifetime value to total revenue they will spend with you. So
That's right.
Yeah.
So that is
tip of the week.
that's a win.
Huge win.
Another tip of the week, we're going to give you two, is we talked about this a lot. UGC and Spark.
Oh yeah.
And we'll talk about that more, but we have seen cost per acquisitions get crushed in a good way. The cost has gone down dramatically
When using that strategy.
when using Spark ads and white label partnership ads. So in your strategy for 2026, please look into that.
You're getting a lot of people like on Twitter and stuff who's saying that kind of stuff is overrated, and I think that they're just saying that to
It is not overrated.
have conversations. So
It can be overrated if you are not getting the right creators to create the right angles.
yeah, I agree.
So, but if you're talking to your ideal customer personas in the right ways, it's great.
Yeah.
And part of that's is the algorithms favor it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But anyways, look into that for 2026 for your strategies. That's something that we do with all of our clients.
Like it. All right, let's jump in. So like topic we want to discuss today, and I'm not even sure how meaty this could get, really meaty, or it could just be us sharing some examples. But one of the things that we wanted to discuss was there's this idea. For example, hey, maybe this is a good way to lead into this. I've been posting a lot on LinkedIn lately, and I posted something on LinkedIn that surprisingly did significantly better than I thought it was going to do. I created like a de-influencing post. And the post was meant to say, hey, like platforms like LinkedIn, you get a lot of people who are like, I just made $1 million and this is how I did it. And it's a lot of it is like very showboaty. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah.
Twitter does the same thing.
Oh yeah.
You know? And so I just created this like de-influencing this post, and I said, hey, just like to let you know, like this stuff is normal. Like it's not normal to get a brand new car every year. Like most 30 to 40-year-olds are still living paycheck to paycheck. You know, getting a drink at a restaurant is indulgent. You know, it's what else did I say? Like owning your own home. Like most people don't, let alone have their own real estate portfolio.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, one of the other ones was like, all the awards you see people have, 90% of them they paid for. Not saying that's not deserved, but oftentimes to get on a Forbes list, you have to pay money to do so. Once again, that doesn't mean
it's
you
not
don't deserve
anonymous.
it.
It's not
But
anonymous.
it's not like somebody.
Like
it's not like
submissions.
Forbes, because I have gotten asked several times a year. I get asked to get put on the Forbes 40 under 40 or whatever list, but I always have to pay money to do it, and it's not cheap.
Which it could be worth it depending on what kind of marketing angles and PR you need.
Totally, yeah. So I'm not trying to, I'm not taking that away from any, but I just wanted like, it was this de-influence, and I got so many people who commented and so many people who were like, it just stood out so much more than I thought it was going to. And it continues to every single day. This podcast is brought to you by BFF Creative. BFF Creative is a software that meets services. Any marketing collateral you need, whether that's ads, emails, print designs, or social media, all you have to do is submit a request and one of BFF Creative's qualified designers will create a design for you and it'll be completed in 2 to 3 days. BFF Creative allows you to submit as many requests and as many revisions as you can with just one monthly fee. And the best part is that it's month to month. No contracts, no hidden fees, no nothing. And if you use promo code UNSTOPPABLE30, you'll get 30% off for your first month on us. Just go to bffcreative.co, pick your plan, and sign up today. Today's topic, I want to talk about this like idea of demarketing and de-influencing. The first demarketing campaigns I saw were like when I was a kid, like the anti-cigarette smoking like commercials. You remember those?
Mm-hmm.
It's like back in the day, you used to be able to promote cigarettes, and then the FAA? Who is it? What is the federal? It's the advertising.
The broadcasting?
FCA?
FCC?
FCC? Yes, FCC. I think came out and said, no, you can't do that anymore. And then they started to have like de-influencing campaigns of like why you should not smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
Right? And the idea of this like demarketing, de-influencing, the reason why I really like it right now, we'll share some examples, is because we talk about this all the time on the podcast, is that if you want to stand out as a brand and as a good digital marketer, I shouldn't just say digital marketer, as a good marketer, you have to do things different, right? And right now, what is everybody, like most people when they lead in marketing campaigns, it's highest quality, made in the USA, for women, by women, right? You hear all these like very cliche things that blend in with everybody else, eco-friendly, all things that are good, but like they're just white noise now. And so the idea of demarketing, when you kind of like flip the script, is really cool. So like a good example of this would be, what's the name? They're called Starface.
Starface.
Yeah, you know who Starface is? I'm just looking them up on
I have the little acne stickers.
Okay, so like why is Starface an interesting one? Like why would you think?
It's kind of a weird product for a few reasons. It calls attention to your face. You're trying to hide it.
It's like how do you hide as much blemishes as you
Yeah, so that's
right?
an interesting angle.
Yeah, so like I was looking the other day, you know who Tate McRae is?
I don't.
She's an artist and very popular within the younger. She fits within this like Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, so she's a musician.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, pop artist. Yeah. And like she is like right on their profile wearing
one.
Yeah, wearing these like Hello Kitty stickers on her face for her acne.
Wow.
And I think that that's a really, to get these celebrities doing that. And this company is I'm pretty sure they're a 9-figure business. They have 600 plus.
Well, they work
1,000.
too, is what I hear.
Yeah. Well, my wife she's had little pimple cover-ups, but they blend into your skin. Have your wife ever? Yeah. Like,
I don't think so.
We've had those in our house for years, long before this company ever existed.
But this one flipped it and said,
yeah, but like,
let's make it fun.
But I could literally go out, and as long as you were within this distance, you would not know I was wearing it. Like if I was up close, you could notice it and be like, oh, that's
like, what is that
on your face, But this is calling out acne.
I didn't know
that. Another good example, we talked about this one time. Remember that Snowbird ad?
Mm-hmm. Snowbird is a ski resort here in Utah. It's pretty famous. One of the better ski resorts, in my opinion, in the world.
I actually think it is top 3 best ski resorts in the world.
Alta's better, but
I don't.
I mean, they're right next to each other.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, Snowbird's phenomenal. And it's known for powder days and steep hills.
Yeah, so they ran this campaign, right? And they were billboards all over Utah, and it was 1-star review, and they took real legit reviews. And this is what the title is: Powder Too Deep. Our idea of a fun morning did not involve getting escorted down by ski patrol after getting stuck mid-run. They should have warned us before we got up the tram about how deep it was going to be. Isabel from New York City. You know?
That one's so good.
So this idea of like, hey, this isn't for you then. You know, like let's take all these like bad reviews and turn them into good. Right?
Yeah, and the funny thing is like it's perfect. And the reason why this kind of strategy in a marketing campaign works is I'm a pretty good skier. I'm not like hucking backflips all over the place. I'm not great, but I'm good.
Sure.
And I love powder days and love going down, you know, at least the blues, you know.
Sure.
At least, but
yeah.
Love some black diamonds,
Yeah.
especially on powder days. I don't love just like groomers, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. And you hear that review and like, to me, I'm laughing because it's like, that's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you even going? Like, that's like my ideal day.
Yeah. Well, I remember I saw that billboard. Like I was driving and saw that billboard when I was in college.
Powder Too Deep.
And I remember thinking, I'm like, that seems like a parody. Like what is it? And sure enough, it is. You know?
That's like the day to go is when the powder is too deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and what's beautiful about it is like it calls attention. It makes me feel good about myself. Right, by kind of poking fun at someone who didn't have fun. So it's drawing this nice line of like, hey, this isn't for you.
Yep.
And it's for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by drawing that line, we always talk about that, draw lines in the sand in your campaigns.
Yeah.
Like it's as much about who it's not for as it is who it is
totally.
for.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just, once again, like it goes to everything we talk about now is like, it's just different, right? 9 times out of 10, when you're seeing an ad that has a testimonial, what is it? It's a 5-star review about how good the product is, right? Not a 1-star review about how bad the product is that makes it actually sound really, really good.
Yeah.
So another awesome example of demarketing that I thought was great. This was back in, I think, 2011. So Patagonia, for those of you who don't know, Patagonia is a outdoor apparel business that is known for its they're known for its impact they want to make on the environment, right? Like really, really powerful company, have done a lot to donate funds to making sure the environment is going to stay the environment, essentially, right? And they came out with a campaign that said it was a "Don't Buy This Jacket" campaign, and it's a Patagonia jacket, and the headline is "Don't Buy This Jacket." And what's really, really cool about the campaign is it just like, it immediately, from an advertisement perspective, we are all so conditioned to being stopped we're all so conditioned to having stuff thrown at us in droves. And once again, it all looks the same. Hey, this is why this jacket is the best. It's such high quality. It's such XYZ. It's such, this is the best thing. This is the warmest coat. It's waterproof. It's whatever. But Patagonia goes this like different direction to say, hey, don't buy this. And the concept of it was, for those of you who don't know, like the apparel industry is one of the, like, it's notorious. I mean, you might know some stats around this, Mark, more than me, but like the apparel industry is notorious for being one of the like worst things for the environment.
The apparel? Yeah.
Yes.
I think so, because if you're taking these polyesters, it's all oil.
Yeah.
So Patagonia, which is the eco-friendly type company, or North Face, all of them, they're all making their clothes out of oil-based materials, so plastics, which then contribute to microplastics, which is a whole other type of environmental problem.
Yeah.
Instead of using wool and, renewable type materials, they're all using plastics. And so that's kind of the funny part.
Yeah. So what Patagonia does really good here is like, I've just kind of learned in marketing that if you can just get someone to stop and recognize, like that's the biggest win in marketing, right? So if you're flipping through a magazine or you're scrolling through social media and you're seeing ads upon ads upon ads, like that's not good marketing. But if you can stop whatever stopped you, that is a good marketing lesson. That's a good marketing tactic. And anyone, sure enough, if you're seeing this ad, like I remember seeing this ad and being like, what in the world? And it had me stop. And now I'm talking about it. Other people have talked about it. Patagonia is getting more and more attention from it, and that's really the makeup of good marketing. So this idea of this demarketing is just, it's just like a position change that we're just not used to seeing. And I don't think brands use it enough.
Usually because they're scared.
What do you mean? Like how so?
Well, it's polarizing. And a lot of people don't want to be polarizing because like you're naturally going to offend people. Like Snowbird is offending.
Or alienate people.
Or alienate.
Yeah.
Snowbird is alienating people.
Yeah.
But going back to a principle we talk about, which is the Pareto principle, you're going to find that a certain group of customers is going to be far more profitable for your business than other groups of customers. And there's some group of customers that aren't even worth having. It's important to remember that as you put out polarizing things, it's okay to be polarizing. It's like magnets. Like it's okay for people to like instantly be offended or go away, but is it making sure that the right people are attracted to you?
Yeah, and the answer is yes.
Because the answer is like, no, you're not going to please everyone anyways. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So like even if you're trying to be neutral and kind of coast, the reason why you're going to be nothing is because you can't be everything to everyone anyways. So stop thinking about how we're going to make sure everyone is going to get here.
Yeah. So that pimple sticker company, for example, like there's not
a single woman over 35 that will wear those.
Yes. They're not meant for the people who are wearing probably tons and tons of makeup all the time.
Or just like if you just think over 35, like that demographic, like they don't want to call attention to the fact that they might have a pimple.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Like my wife is 35 and she would not wear one.
No, yeah.
I know she wouldn't.
Mine wouldn't either.
And guess what? It's not for her.
Yeah.
So like why would you try to advertise to a 35-year-old mom of 3?
Yeah.
Who doesn't want anyone to know she has a pimple?
Yeah.
When you're advertising to Gen Z and 20-year-olds who have turned it into like a whole like fashion thing almost.
Yeah. And the beauty of a product like that is it's not even their marketing strategy. That's just their product strategy that has turned into their marketing strategy.
Exactly.
If you have the right message and the right content, you oftentimes don't have to worry about audience segmentation in the things that you do because that will do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, a 35-year-old, a 45-year-old is going to see that and not want anything to do with it. No. And the algorithm does a good job at pushing things to the people who are spending time looking at it, which is going to be the Gen Z audience who wants to buy that. As we're in 2026, we talk, like I said, we talk about this so much. So I feel like I'm just like, on repeat like a parrot, but 2025 was a super rough year for a lot of people. I would say that if you were flat compared to 2024, you're probably happy.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
Most people were down and have been on that trajectory.
At least that looks like the sentiment online.
Totally. Yeah. And so, like, what do you do to go up? And it's not demarketing. We're not saying demarketing is the way to go up.
It's not the move for everyone, but
what we're saying is finding ways to be as different as you can in a good way, that is, right?
To reach people in an impressionable way.
It's more important than ever. Brands, I remember when we were on the brand side, you and I, before the agency side, we were working for a motherhood brand. And we saw that brand double in revenue as we got there. And in the early stages, we didn't have a big team. And in the early stages, we had to get like so crafty with our creative. Do you remember those days? Like we had to do such fun things. We didn't have a ton of money to throw at world-class designers. And the founder, she was involved in coming up with like unique, fun, creative campaigns. And as we got bigger, we started hiring out and we started to blend in a lot more in those ways.
Yeah, we did.
You know, and
the further you got from
and oftentimes the more
creative source.
the more money you get, sometimes the less creative you get because you don't have to get like bootstrappy and gritty.
There's some kind of law to this, but that's why like movies like Star Wars are great because they had budgetary constraints. And so they had to figure out ways to be creative. Where sometimes movies that have unlimited budgets are often not creative at all.
Flop or whatever.
Because then they rely just on the tools and they rely on everything else to kind of boost it rather than thinking of the angles.
Yeah. Well, wasn't Napoleon Dynamite was the same way, right?
Yeah, Napoleon Dynamite crushed. I mean, low budget.
Like they didn't, wasn't it like they had $30,000 to make the film?
I can't remember.
I mean, it was such a crazy, and it was like one of the biggest films, you know, in that day and age. Like, and it's still amazing. So
yeah.
Well, I like it. So be different. You know, if you're a founder and you've separated yourself, like I think a lot of brands have the opportunity to go back to the roots on how they got there. You could be a $10 million brand, you could be a $50 million brand, and I think, you know, getting the original ideas back into a room is a really interesting way to start, personally. So 2026 has got to be the year of being different. If you want to see things in a more positive light from your revenue perspective.
Yeah.
And introducing your brand to new customers. So, okay, guys, thank you so much. Sorry we have been absentee for a minute. Just to let us know you're still out there. Would love you guys to go follow us, subscribe to us. It helps us understand if we're doing a good job. Like it helps us understand if we're talking about the right things. Leave reviews, follow us on YouTube. Where else? That's it.
TikTok.
Yeah, we're on Instagram and TikTok, of course. You know, comment, show us some love.
We love love.
Yeah, we love love. So thank you for listening to the Unstoppable Marketer podcast. If there's a brand, campaign, strategy, or marketing tactic that you want us to review, please DM me at the Trevor Crump on Instagram or TikTok, or at the Unstoppable Marketer podcast. And of course, if you got value from this episode, or if you like it whatsoever, please make sure you're subscribing, you're liking, you're following, and for sure, go leave us a review to let us know that we're doing a good job. We will see you guys next time.